we're going through a very murky patch of legal wrangles in Parliament, in our government, in our whether it's in Scotland, whether it's in Westminster, whether it's with the current administration or the previous administration. Now, the Standards Watchdog is investigating Rishi Sunak. Extraordinary, Daniel Greenberg. And it's about Sunak's wife, Akshanta Murty's shares in a business called Koru Kids. Now, Koru Kids, because it was part of the child caring system, got incentive payments in the budget last month. It benefited directly from government policy, and so therefore did Akshata. So therefore did Rishi Sunak. And while on the one hand it's to encourage childminding, on the other hand it presumably means that there's a tidy sum that has been pocketed by somebody. We can't see who, because Koru Kids is too small to declare all the details, dividends and so on. Number 10 says that it has been completely transparent. And it comes after a probing question by Catherine McKinnell in a Commons committee in March. And Catherine McKinnell asked Mr. Sunak about the child caring system and asked if he wanted to declare any interest. No, he said, all my interests are declared in the normal way. Sunak said later, more recently, that Murty's interests have been declared correctly to the Cabinet Office. Interesting. They hadn't been updated, it seems, in the public record of ministerial interests. Now, Angela Rayner, the Labour, the vice chair or whatever, what do we call her? I can't remember what we call her. I'm sure people have got a name. Anyway, deputy opposition leader Angela Rayner says that that at the very least this is a failure by the government to update the rules, leaving a transparency black hole, enabling the Prime Minister to dodge proper scrutiny of his affairs. Now, the likelihood is that this will be fully explained, fully sorted out, and it may drag on for a few weeks. It's a diversion rather than a focus. But there's also a possibility that this could escalate. And Daniel Greenberg could send his findings to the Standards Committee. The Standards Committee could then investigate directly. We could have another situation like Boris Johnson, where Sunak himself is having to testify to the Standards Committee. And if he falls foul of this, then he could find himself, like Boris, under threat of being suspended from Parliament and therefore having his seat challenged and losing his seat in the House of Commons. I don't think it's going to get to that somehow, but it's just... Don't you think it's just squalid? Don't you think it's squalid? I do.